Okay guys, I have this lovely chip here, which is indeed a multiplexer, and I'm going to show you how to use multiplexers. Now some people don't know the basics on how to use these things, and I decided I'd let somebody know how to do it. So what I have here are these pins going to here, and these pins going to here are currently, or were, all going to ground. And if we make them all go to ground, there we go. They are all going to ground currently. All of these pins are 4 pins for the select. Now these ones are probably labeled A0, A1, A2, and A3 on your data sheet. You'll find those listed under that name most likely. And these pins, depending on which value they are, a 0 or a 1, 0 volts or 5 volts, depending on which chip, it could be 0 to 3 volts. And these ones, if they are high or low, will turn on any number of these pins that are around it. And my hand is getting in the way quite a bit. So I have a 5-volt rail here and a ground rail. And then I have 2 lights coming out. As you can see currently, this light is on. If you give the chip a certain value, which will be in your data sheet, and you'll look that up on some sort of a website, alldatasheet.com does pretty good. Just look up the chip number and then open it up. It will give you a list of which pins you have to turn on high and which pins you have to turn on low to get a value. So if I take this pin, which is A0, and I give A0 a value of 1, it should increment the value of this LED up 1. Now, it didn't do anything. Why is that? Well, to reset everything, you have to do something with this pin, which is the line enable pin, or just plain enable, depending on which one you want to, or which one you have. It's a pin, it should be labeled LE on the chip, and after you take and switch the value of this chip, the light should switch. Now if I pull it, the light switches. Why is this? It's because inside here, all of the transistors that you turn on with these pins will switch between the different values only when it's refreshed. Now this, if you hook up to a clock, will continuously refresh. If you hook it up to a 555 and continuously pulse it 0 and 1, it will turn on every time it goes 0, or every time it goes 1, it will switch. Now see, if I unplug this wire, it should be pretty much grounded by air. It will switch partially and not do what it's supposed to do. That's why whenever you're using logic, always go to ground, not just out. It will always switch properly. And then if you see, you unplug it, it will stay where it's supposed to be. And if you put it back, it will stay where it's supposed to be. So, that's just a little tutorial on how to do multiplexers, a pretty basic introduction on the chip, and hope to make more videos, and see you later.